नाम,
राम राम मधुर नाम,
शंकर मन रमत राम।
जीवन राम,
भक्तन के जीवन राम,
भक्तन के जीवन राम,
पूर्ण करत सबके काम। सबके काम,
पूर्ण करत सबके काम।
राम राम सीता राम,
राम राम सीता राम,
राम राम सीता राम। ये सियावर रामचंद्र की
जय।
हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे रामा राम रामा हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे। श्यावर रामचंद्र की राधावर कृष्णचंद्र की। जय सिया राम जय जय सिया राम।
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 बोलो राम 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 सीता राम।
बोलो राम 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 सीता राम।
बोलो राम 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 सीता राम।
बोलो राम राम
सियावर रामचंद्र की, सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। कृष्ण कृष्ण मुकुंदा जनार्दना, कृष्ण कृष्ण लावले, कृष्ण कृष्ण मुकुंदा जनार्दना, कृष्ण गोविंद नारायण हरे,
गोविंद नारायण हरे,
कृष्ण गोविंद नारायण हरे,
गोविंद नारायण हरे,
कृष्ण कृष्ण मुकुंदा जनार्दना,
कृष्ण कृष्ण मुकुंदा जनार्दना,
कृष्ण गोविंद नारायण हरे,
गोविंद नारायण हरे,
अच्युतानंद गोविंद माधवा,
अच्युतानंद गोविंद माधवा,
अच्युतानंद गोविंद माधवा,
अच्युतानंद गोविंद माधवा,
सच्चिदानंद नारायण हरे,
आनंद नारायण हरे,
सच्चिदानंद नारायण हरे,
आनंद नारायण हरे,
कृष्ण कृष्ण मुकुंदा जनार्दना, कृष्ण कृष्ण मुकुंदा
जनार्दना,
कृष्ण कृष्ण मुकुंदा जनार्दना,
कृष्ण मुकुंद जनार्दना,
कृष्ण गोविंद नारायण हरे,
गोविंद नारायण हरे,
कृष्ण गोविंद नारायण हरे,
गोविंद नारायण हरे,
अच्युतानंद गोविंद माधवा,
अच्युतानंद गोविंद माधवा,
अच्युतानंद गोविंद माधवा,
अच्युतानंद गोविंद माधवा,
सच्चिदानंद नारायण हरे,
आनंद नारायण हरे,
सच्चिदानंद नारायण हरे,
आनंद नारायण हरे,
कृष्ण कृष्ण मुकुंदा जनार्दना, कृष्ण कृष्ण मुकुंदा
जनार्दना,
कृष्ण कृष्ण मुकुंदा जनार्दना,
कृष्ण मुकुंद जनार्दना,
कृष्ण गोविंद नारायण हरे,
गोविंद नारायण हरे,
कृष्ण गोविंद नारायण हरे,
गोविंद नारायण हरे,
कृष्ण गोविंद नारायण हरे,
गोविंद नारायण हरे,
कृष्ण गोविंद नारायण हरे,
गोविंद नारायण
एवढे श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय,
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय,
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय,
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय,
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय,
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय,
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय,
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय,
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 वासुदेवाय।
सुन्दरगोपालम् पुरवनमालं नयनविशालं दुःखहरम् वृन्दावनचन्द्रम् आनन्दकन्दं परमानन्दं धरणिधरम् वल्लभघनश्यामं पूर्णकामम् अत्यभिरामं प्रीतिकरम् भजनन्दकुमारं सर्वसुखसारं तत्त्वविचारं ब्रह्मपरम् नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
Hari Om. Swami Swaroopananda has arrived. We're just trying to set up the thing because we're trying to do a parallel live streaming downstairs also. Swami Swaroopananda is now going to take a tour of the entire premises, the building, and he's going to go through all the 4 floors. Meanwhile, and then he'll be joining us, of course, here. And then, so after that lovely moment, such an important moment for Gurgaon, the opening of another Chinmaya mission, we are going to see now a documentary on the life and the works of Pujya Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda.
राम राम जय सीता राम, राम राम जय राजा राम, राम राम जय सीता राम, राम राम जय राजा। राजा राम, राम राम जय।
So that
We have seen thus far the birth and the evolution of this great saint, Swami Chinmayananda Maharaj, who dedicated his life till the very end to the awakening of the world to the wisdom of the scriptures. Here are a few snippets of how he taught.
shut up in your mind, not in your mouth. Next thought need not come. And get out of this misconception that you are a body. You are something more than a body. You are not a body. You are all-pervading, eternal essence, the self, the consciousness, the life in you. The life in you is the life everywhere. Discover your identity with God, the one life everywhere, and that cannot be done until you shut up. So that all that I can tell you is shut up and get out. Thank you.
Thank you.
Shitoshna Sukha, all your experiences of heat and cold, Shitoshna, Sukha Dukkha, joy and sorrow are all in the way you contact the world. There are some people, a little hot, and you open the window. And a little cold, close the window. You go on hemming and up. Shitoshna Sukha Dukkha, or joy and sorrow, success and failure, loss and gain, is all by your contact with it, that these various experiences. And then what am I to do then? I am here in this world. Agama payino anitya. These are all agama pai. They come and go. One moment hot, another moment cold. If you go on complaining, you can continue.
And there we have it, the fascinating journey of how a child from a small town in Kerala went through a seemingly normal life and began searching for something deeper, and in that search decided to renounce the whole world. Swami Chinmayananda was born, and in less than 50 years he left a legacy of a global organization, hundreds of institutions, and millions of followers devoted to a single aim, the realization of the noble self. Let us take a few minutes to look at this journey. just exact moment, he suddenly opened his eyes and looked straight into mine. A mere look, that was all. I felt that the Maharishi was in that split moment looking deep into me, that he knew everything about me, even things I did not know myself. He walked out that evening a free man. He knew for sure that the path to riches was not for him. He then turned to the writings of the Indian sages. The questions in his heart were now thundering louder than ever. He wondered about these holy men. Was there any truth to their claims of having found eternal bliss? I am going to the Himalayas to see what those holy men really do. I'm going to get the inside story. Sat on a base outside the Shiva temple and had 2 hours of meditation. Wonderful. No words to express the inner peace I enjoyed, the concentration that I achieved. For the first time, I tasted a bliss in meditation. My only prayer to my Guru Maharaj and to Shankara is that by their grace may I never fall, that I may drink deeper at the fountain of the eternal divine nectar. At that moment, Swamiji knew his life's calling. Filled with ecstasy, he decided to take the truth of the Hindu scriptures to his fellow countrymen. Not straight out of the book, but exactly as taught by the Guru and realized by the student. He thought to himself, why should Vedanta only be taught in holy places and only to a select few? Why should its true meaning continue to be misinterpreted and misunderstood? I will take this knowledge in all its pristine glory to the plains below for the enrichment of humanity.
गुरुदेव तव महनीय कृपा गुरुदेव तव महनीय कृपा मेरे जीवन का अवलंबन है बस एक यही मेरा बल है गुरुदेव तव महनीय कृपा अज्ञान भरे संशय से भरे विपरीत विचारों से भी भरे मन के अंधकार को दूर करे वचनामृत से तव बोध कृपा गुरुदेव तव महनीय कृपा पल पल पग पग जीवन पथ पर गुरु साथ मेरे रक्षक बनकर बिसरू न कभी यह प्रेममयी आनंदमयी भवदीय कृपा गुरुदेव तव महनीय कृपा मेरे जीवन का अवलंबन है बस एक यही मेरा बल है गुरुदेव तव महनीय कृपा
Hari Om. Pujya Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda was a Yuga Purusha, divine embodiment of pure love, compassion, and divinity. Once during an inauguration of his Jnana Yajna, Swami Chidananda, then the head of Divine Life Society, was visiting. During inauguration, Swami Chidananda said that Swami Chinmayananda is embodied Vedanta, walking and talking Vedanta. In the presence of Sri Gurudev, one completely forgot his own identity. Each and every one of us felt as if Gurudev loves us the most. Even if he just had a glance at us, This can only happen in the presence of God. He truly knew the heart of each and every devotee and took care of everyone. After each bhiksha, devotees got his handwritten letter with a signed photograph. At the time when he was admitted in the hospital, before his samadhi, we all gathered in hospital waiting room with heavy and sad hearts. As everyone left after multiple prayers of Mrutyunjay mantra, in the night I stayed back. My heart was very heavy. My mind could not focus. I was tired, sad, and answering multiple phone calls which were coming for Gurudev's health. At about 3:30 to 4 a.m. in the morning, a call came. I got up, and the voice on the other side said, "This is Chidananda. I have come from India to see Swami Chinmayananda, and how is he doing?" I answered sadly that Sri Gurudev is in critical condition. Swami Chidananda said, "Guru is never critical. Take your shoes off, go to his room, and bask in the presence of Brahman." Anyone who had even a glimpse of Swami Chinmayananda in their life had total Ishwar darshan. My heart was light, my mind was clear, I felt like a butterfly. I went to the third floor in the critical care room and felt and basked in divinity. I realized Gurudev is none other than Brahman. It's not the way he walks, nor the way he talks, but how he understands and makes me know myself. I take refuge in him. He knows my heart and guides me on the path. He's a yogi, he's a sage, he's my Guru. Om Tat Sat.
Hari Om. It's extremely difficult to speak after seeing such a thing. Because for every Chinmaya devotee is a world, that image is full of 1,000 emotions. Even the microphone thinks so. Swami Swaroopananda is going to be with us in a few minutes. He's here on the way. थोड़ा मुझे वॉल्यूम दे दीजिएगा. Can I have some volume, please? Hari Om. Yeah. Mukha Swamiji is here, and now we will hand over the reins of this evening to Pujya Gurudev. Swamiji is here. He's joined us here. Please. Huh? He's here. Yeah, yeah.
Hari Bol, Hari Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Hari Bol.
Mukunda Madhava Govinda.
They showed a film on Pujya Gurudev and made me so emotional that I've forgotten all my lines. Like we always do. बड़े दिनों से यहाँ बारिश हो रही थी और लेकिन सूरज को आज तो निकलना ही था. ये वो सूरज है, वो रोशनी है जो आज गुरुग्राम पर ये चिन्मयत्व का सूरज है. और ये सूरज सबसे पहले उगा था दिसंबर के आखिर में. आज लगभग 70 साल हो गए हैं. पुणे के इट इज रिवर्बरिंग, पुणे के एक मंदिर के प्रांगण में जो सूरज उगा था, आज उसी की रोशनी देखिए कितना लंबा सफर है और ये आज गुरुग्राम पर फैल चुका है. दिग दिगंत में गूंज रही है यश गाथा की प्रतिध्वनि सस्वर. आज मुखर इस स्वर्णिम अवसर यह शाश्वत भारत का वंदन मृण्मय को चिन्मय कर देता. चिन्मय दर्शन, चिन्मय चिंतन, चिर कृतज्ञ हैं, नतमस्तक हैं, श्रद्धा से करते अभिनंदन. We have our very dear, very Pujya Mukhya Swami Ji, Swami Swaroopananda Ji here with us. We have all the acharyas here, Swami Guru Priyananda, Swami Chitrupananda, Swami Prakarshanand, and our resident acharya, Swami Durgeshanand Ji, and our guest of honor, Shri Sudhir Rajpal Ji, CEO of Gurugram and Faridabad Metropolitan Development Authorities. May I request all of you to light the lamp so that we can begin today's proceedings.
सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा. श्रीमहागणपते नमः. सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी. विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धे भवतु मे सदा. श्रीमहासरस्वत्यै नमः. सदाशिवसमारम्भा शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्. शुभं करोति कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदा. शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपदानं
Those were our junior Chinmaya Yuva Kendra members, graduated from Bal Vihar. And all of that we are going to have here, of course. So a whole new world is open for Gurudham here. तुम ही ज्योति, तुम ही रोशनी, तुमसा हमको जलना है। चिन्मय सोच हो, चिन्मय कर्म हो, चिन्मय पथ पर चलना है। नाम चिन्मय, स्मरण चिन्मय, इस जीवन का गहना है। उनसे जो सीखा, उनसे जो जाना, उन बातों पर चलना है। दुखी हैं जो, that's the motto of the mission, दुखी हैं जो उनके जीवन को मुस्कानों से भरना है। One more center to do that. I would request Shramita Nangia ji to please come here, President of Chinmaya Gurudham, to introduce.
Hari Om. What a phenomenal day. Phenomenal not just because it is the culmination of a sankalp taken by a few of us a couple of years ago of establishing a Chinmaya Mission Center in Gurudham, but more so of having among our midst Swami Swaroopananda, the global head of Chinmaya Mission, our guest of honor, Shri Sudhir Rajpal, IAS CEO of GMDA, Swamis from the NCR region, prominent donors, and all of you to bless and grace the occasion with your presence. I, on behalf of the Executive Committee of Chinmaya Gurudham, enthusiastically welcome Swami Swaroopananda, who in spite of his multifarious engagements and a full-to-capacity schedule has consented to be here amongst us. Swamiji is a full-of-life spiritual guide, having a practical yet simple style. His explanations of the complex text, ornamented with apt examples from day-to-day living, make intricate subjects appealing and easy for all of us to understand. Swamiji's amiable disposition and ever-conspicuous smile, coupled with subtlety of thought, abundant humility, perfection to the core, and heartfelt personal concern makes him adorable. All of us are blessed to have him here. A very warm and enthusiastic welcome from all of us, Swamiji. Shri Sudhir Rajpal, our guest of honor, today is a brilliant and an upright IAS officer, alumni of the Princeton University, USA, and MBA from IIM Ahmedabad, and has over the years become a dear friend. He has been a great enabler in the speedy execution of requisite sanctions, and his unstinted support, be it in renaming of the Chowk and the road from the existing to now Chinmaya Chowk and Chinmaya Marg, and giving us the permission of upkeep and maintenance of the green belt, construction of the inner road that you just walked on and entered into the center. He has been accessible and facilitated us from entangling delays whenever and wherever we got stuck. Obviously, after due diligence from his end that the requests were genuine and the intentions pure. A very warm and loving welcome to you, Sudhirji. In one of the talks of our Chinmaya Mission Swami, I had heard an astounding statement which I recapitulate for you as under, quote, "There's no payment for knowledge, but payment for creating, maintaining, and facilitating the imparting of knowledge." The center is a consequence of the gratefulness of many well-wishers who have magnanimously contributed tan se, man se, shram se, or dhan se. You would also have seen a donor board in the stilt area which accentuates another significant statement of our Pujya Gurudev, Swami Chinmayananda. Quote, "It is with such sacrifices of devoted hearts that great cathedrals of service are built and his plans accomplished." There are many such devotees who have selflessly amplified the culmination of Chinmaya Gurudham. Shrimati Usha and Shri Dharamveer Malhotra have been very benevolent with their contributions. From the very inception of construction, both Usha ji and Dharamveer ji, besides committing a substantial amount, emphatically mentioned that funds would be made available to us whenever we were constrained, and they will ensure that the activity does not stop for want of capital. There have been instances when they, sensing our predicament, approached us on their own and relieved us of the constraint. Unfortunately, they are overseas and therefore unable to make it today. Both of them are conspicuous by their absence. While remembering them in absentia, we would have cherished to welcome them in person as well. I think we need to have a clap for them. We have amongst us other stalwart donors in Rakesh and Rajesh Kohli, who too have been the mainstay of this cathedral of service. Being of very affable nature, a robust bond has shaped between us in our meetings with each other. We feel proud to be associated with you and look forward to an extended relationship with the mission. Chinmaya Gurudham cherishes your contribution and association and extends a hearty welcome to you and your family. Devika and Sunil Sajdev, devotees of Chinmaya Mission, since their childhood have been a source of great encouragement and support. Sunil's bubbling demeanor, coupled with astounding energy and commensurate positivity, has helped us weather many initial interruptions. He has been in the forefront in the selection of the architects, conceptualization and finalization of plans. His very presence brings in enthusiasm and vitality. His contributions, both in monetary terms and service, have been outstanding. He introduced the Kohli brothers to us. He has, on our insistence, in spite of Devika being indisposed, come all the way from Pune to attend this inauguration ceremony. And he, in spite of being stationed in Pune, remains an indispensable member of the executive committee of Chinmaya Gurudham. Chinmaya Gurudham, while thanking you for acceding to our request of being a part of the celebration, extends a spirited welcome to you, dear Sunil. There are innumerable donors and well-wishers sitting here who have, at our request, on a drop of a hat, contributed liberally both in cash and kind. A profound thanks and welcome to all of you. Pujya Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda was a visionary leader who preserved and promoted our heritage. He was, and he continues to be, an inspiration for generation after generation, decade after decade. His energy was invincible and his impact irrefutable. Chinmaya Gurudham has been shaped to take his vision forward, and as per the Chinmaya Mission motto, provide maximum happiness to maximum people for maximum time. We request you to get actively associated with the mission and create a very vibrant center of learning and inner growth. My colleague, Abha Malhotra, will be sharing in a presentation the stages of progression of construction and the various activities that the Gurudham Center has been doing, and now significantly transmit forward with the culmination of a suitable center. Once again, a very warm welcome to you all. Thank you. Thank you.
We have another actually a presentation coming up. So ब्रज के लोगों का एक बड़ा पुराना गीत है, तन गोवर्धन मन वृंदावन ऐसा दे वरदान, रोम रोम में बस जाकर इस जीवन का उत्थान, बरसाने का रस बरसा जा, ओ नंद गांव के प्राण, जीवन को कर दे भक्ति का ब्रजधाम। तो ये जो आप ये कल्पना देख रहे हैं चिन्मय गुरुधाम की, जब थोड़ी दिन बाद फिर से यहाँ पर आएंगे तो यहाँ पर एक ब्रजधाम बनता देखेंगे। अभी तो सिर्फ नाम है हमारे फ्लोर्स के, रंग भी वैसा ही होगा, नीचे से ही आपको ब्रज मिलेगा यहाँ पर, क्योंकि ब्रज की प्रतिध्वनि यहाँ तक गुरुग्राम तक तो सुनाई देती ही है। सो मैं बुलाऊंगा अब हमारे यहाँ चिन्मय गुरुधाम के, जिनसे बहुत डरता हूँ मैं, और आभा मल्होत्रा, my vice president, and she has been such a big source of strength for us also in doing this. And with your presentation, Abha, you ready? Great.
Hari Om. So as you see, we were struggling with the technology here, but we have learnt our way to find solutions. गिरते उठते कुछ ना कुछ हल निकाल ही दे रहे हैं गुरुदेव, अभी भी निकालेंगे. Hari Om. I, on behalf of the entire team of Chinmaya, Gurudham, Gurugram, offer my humble prostrations to Swami Swaroopananda ji, to all the acharyas present here. My pranams to Sudhir Rajpal ji, guest of honor for the day, to all the dignitaries who are present here, and to all the devotees who are here to be part of the celebration. For us, it's an utsav. आज हम बहुत अच्छा उत्सव मना रहे हैं. Welcome. Now every event has a story behind. And my role today, my team has given me to share our story with you. Amitabh ji just said that Chinmaya Gurudham is a dream come true. I am also saying on the slide it's a dream come true. It's not merely an expression. A dream come true has a literal connotation for us, and that's what my story is about. So let's get into the story time. And when the story begins, it begins in 2004. Brahmachari Naveen Chaitanya ji, after completing his 12th Vedanta course with Swami Ishwarananda ji, is assigned a task by Pujya Guruji, Swami Tejomayananda ji, to start a center in Gurugram. He takes that challenge. He is supported by Sri Sunil Sachdev ji, who very graciously donated an apartment in Gurugram to Chinmaya Mission, and that apartment became our center. So that center started throbbing with classes, Swamiji's discourses, and also became the place of stay for Swamiji. In 2015, Brahmachari Naveen Chaitanya ji took sannyas diksha, became head of our center as Swami Durgeshanand Saraswati ji. Now, is this story over? No. There is a lot that happened in between 2004 and 15. So the story continues. So what was happening in that time? Swamiji was taking discourses. So where? of course in the apartment, but that can't house so many people. So we had a mini Chinmaya mission. That was in Soil campus, courtesy Shri Anil Sachdev ji. We also had few devotees who offered their residences for conducting classes. Bal Vihar Sevikas have done a wonderful job with school children in Gurudham. They were conducting regular classes, camps were being organized, hiring someone's basements, and also outdoor activities were done with those children. Chinmaya Yuva Veers were having their regular classes. They were also participating in regional, national camps. And they also started giving back to society by associating with one NGO, Saksham, hand-holding underprivileged children, helping them on their emotional quotient, helping them learn yoga meditation. Festivals were being celebrated either in soil or at the local temple. And Bhagavad Gita chanting competition in Gurugram we started in 2009, and today it is one of the most sought after event amongst Gurugram schools. We were very happy. We thought we are doing real good job. But then we always listen to Gurudev in his talks. He said, set higher goals. Because when we set higher goals, the very striving to achieve that goal enable us to evolve in life. So we questioned ourselves, are we really dreaming big? I think Gurudev realized these lesser mortals can't go beyond certain step. So he helped us. How? That's where our crux of the story is. He manifested in the dream of one of our devotees, Srimati Rita Kapoorji. She's present here today. And he said that create a center in Gurugram. Gurudev noted that who's the right instrument to give that trigger, though that trigger was in everybody's head, but it was yet dormant. And she, being an architect, was the right instrument for that. So she shared the dream with the rest of the team. The team was very happy. They said, oh, Gurudev has instructed us, so we need to work for that. But doubted their own capability. Can we really do it? And that's when the team went to Pujya Guruji in 2013, and Guruji said, take sankalp. Swami Tejomayananda ji made the team take sankalp, and he said that I have sown the seed, just be available as worthy instruments. The seed will fructify at the right time. Do your best. So the team was ready. The first thing that the team wanted to do was getting organized. So by 2014, a 20-member executive committee was formed, and the search for land started. Many of you who are present here have become the real instrument in making that search really manifest into this area where we are standing today. So that's where we thought, wow, that's where Gurudev has chosen us, and he's hand-holding us also, leading our way as well. Now, how will his dream fructify? So we thought, let's enhance the Chinmaya family. So the yagna started. We invited many acharyas from various centers of Chinmaya mission in the country. They all came forward, held various yagnas, and gave discourses on various topics. Study group, as Gurudev was very, very particular about. We started study groups in 2017 with 2 study groups, and by 2020 we had 12 really very active groups. Gyan Yagnas, Swami Durgeshananda ji, our Acharya, had been leading from the front, and he said, let's do big Mahayagnas, and that's where 3 great yagnas were held in Shakti Peeth Mandir. And many hundreds of people came and participated. They became the real source of our fundraising, mobilizing so many people that now we all have a shared dream to realize. And the day came finally, 5th May 2019, when Swami Swaroopananda ji himself came and blessed us, laying the foundation stone for this very building where we are sitting in today. So, the seed that was sown by Guruji is fructifying. We saw it fructifying now. The building started coming up. Devotees wrote Likhit Japa that became part of the building foundation. And as the building was rising high, came March 2020. And the norm changed. How? Whatever was happening, we all got into small windows on the screens, but the sanskara that all the activities had put in amongst children, amongst youth, amongst householders, everybody continued with their activities, but reduced to small screens. Even the Gyan Yagnas were held, though the geographical barriers were broken, because we had acharyas altogether coming from various areas in the world. But it was all still happening, but the spirit was not lowered. The spirit went high, and we could achieve our target of the fundraising. But one aspect remained unchanged, and that was that the construction of this center went on. Level by level, the building was rising high. The dream was taking shape. And when first day the lights were lit, our eyes were lit, that we are seeing the dream coming true. Two people who led from the front, never ever bothered about any limitations, rose up to every occasion, Somji and Amitabhji. They were always here. Looking into every detail, not missing out smaller things, and making sure things happen to the T as per the plan, and celebrating every small milestone during construction. People came all the way to contribute. The donors are here, and the other devotees, they also helped us in cash and kind. And the day came when we had the center ready. So we thought, wow, Gurudev gave us a dream and gave us instruments to realize those dreams. So that is how the big dream is. That's how we should dream. But no, he had more plans. But we wanted to give gratitude to Gurudev. So on Guru Purnima day, we had our puja here, Guru Paduka puja. We thank Gurudev in this very center. But courtesy Sudhir Rajpal ji, that we got 4 times the land that this area has in front as the parking area. And the Gurudev's grace was flowing beyond this building to the front area. And not only that, it flew further, it went further when the road was named as Chinmaya Marg and the chalk was named as Chinmaya Chalk. Now we have realized that we offer ourselves to Gurudev's grace. He will tell us how to dream. He will tell us that he is there to do much more than the way we understand his dream. Our understanding also has a limitation, but the grace has manifested. I'll just share few features, salient features of this Chinmaya Gurudham. It has a design theme of Panch Tattva. So when we enter here, any room you go, you'll always have a space, you can see the sky. Any room you go, you have your wind touching you. Any room you go, you will find any area of the building, you will have sun rays touching you. We have a kund also, Havan kund also here as fire element. We have waterfall as water element, and the earth is graciously holding us all. Guruji said that Lord Krishna is coming to Chinmaya Gurudham. This is the vigrah we will have of Banke Bihari Mandir on the ground floor. This will come up in another 2-3 months' time, and we look forward to see you all here again for that Utsav. again. Swami Swaroopananda ji helped us this name every floor of the building, saying that it's a abode of Krishna. So that's how we should name. So the ground floor is Vrindavan. This hall is Sudharma. As we go up, we map the journey of Lord Krishna in his avatar. So we go to Mathura on the second floor. Then we go to Dwarika on the third floor. On the fourth floor, we have Acharya's Kaksha. They are Govardhan for us. And the terrace has the meditation hall, Vaikunt. तो किसी को Vaikunt जाना हो तो terrace पे ज़रूर आइएगा. Now, the center is here. We all know that building doesn't make a center. We must have a purpose for that. And the purpose is to make this center, Chinmaya Gurudham, a spiritual and cultural hub. So far, we have reached this stage with the support of all of you present here. You've guided us, you've done the hand-holding for us, you've shown us the way. We expect the same in the coming future. Help us brainstorm, help us find us the suitable means that we live up to Gurudev's motto, maximum spreading maximum happiness to maximum people for maximum time through this Chinmaya Gurudham. Hari Om.
Thank you, Abha, for, I think, an absolutely wonderful presentation. Thank you very much. ये जो शहर है ना, ये शहर और हमारे शरीर में कोई खास अंतर नहीं है. So we have 3 bodies, you know. The gross body, in the city also you can see all these skyscrapers rising up and this. Then you have got these thulash, the sukshma sharir, dikta nahi hai. Niche, the labyrinths are there, the waterways, the electricity going and also running a city. इन दोनों को पुश करता है कारण शरीर, the causal sharir and the karan sharir and the force behind. Gurudham and Faridabad, the CEO of the Gurudham and Faridabad Metropolitan Development Authorities, Shri Sudhir Rajpal ji is here, and I would request him to, I've always been taught, never say a few words, say whatever you feel like, sir. He's an inspiration for young people. He was right at the top in his IAS selection, Stephens, Princeton University, and so much more. Sir, all yours.
Respected Swamiji and all the learned acharyas who are sitting here, all the devotees of Chinmaya Mission, and my sister, who I got to know yesterday, her family, who is also a devotee here. I am very proud that she is also sitting here among the audience. Amitabh ji, Nitin ji, and others, all of you who are here. All of you are, I think, engaged in a very noble mission. As a country, I think we are blessed that we are living here with a rich culture, with a rich history of spiritual traditions. So there are so many of them that I think we are all spoiled for choice. We all have our own paths. We all are following different cultures, different spiritual traditions, and all of them are leading us towards personal upliftment, personal enlightenment. So this path which is being advocated by Chinmaya Mission is one of those glorious paths which I think all of us who are associated with it are very fortunate that we have got attracted to it. by the magnetism, by the by the philosophy of this tradition, and I'm sure all the hard work and all the all the attraction of this path, which is being displayed, which is being personified by all the acharyas, by Swamiji, which attracts so many of the common people who are living in this world towards that path. I have seen this institution here coming up for the last 2 years that I have been here, and I have seen how painstakingly the efforts have been put in by the entire team, and as many a time I often used to wonder how this thing has kept coming up. So it's just a miracle. It's just a great achievement on part of all of you that you've been able to come up with this wonderful institution in the heart of Gurugram. And as was being mentioned, that the city is not all about buildings and roads and skyscrapers, but the soul of the city resides in its cultural traditions. So the spiritual cultural tradition, which I am sure will get spawned from here, will get further blossomed from this place. I am sure it will add very rich and very bright spots for the citizens of Gurugram and for all the devotees in this entire region of NCR. I often used to see the that big Chinmaya mission building on Lodi Road, and it used to be such a landmark in that part of Delhi, and now I'm very happy that something similar has come up in Gurugram, and I'm sure that once all the activities start here in full swing, it will definitely be a very bright landmark for the entire city of Gurugram also. The way the philosophy of Chinmaya mission is rooted in Vedanta, in these words of eternal wisdom, which were thought of and which were composed by our ancient rishis many centuries ago. In fact, if one reads about them, one gets to know that for about, I think, first 1500 years of the composition of Vedas and Vedantas, they were never written down. They were only memorized by our rishis and passed down from one generation to the next generation till about 1100 AD. That's the first time when they were put into writing, and they were composed in close to 500 BC. So for 1500 years, the entire rich philosophy and the heritage of our country was all memorized and passed down generations, one after the other. One can imagine the richness and the distilled wisdom which the rishis in the past would have gained and would have filled up this entire philosophy with, because it was all a part of their inner self when it was all memorized and kept on getting passed down from generation to generation. But now today we are in an age where again it has gone back into the computers and the web, and it is all again in a disembodied form. All the Vedas are now available all over the world. The mission, Chinmaya mission, which I am told has more than 300 centers across the world, is spreading this knowledge, spreading the awareness, and it's bringing this awareness also to the children, as I could see from the presentation, to the youth, and of course to the entire body of seekers who want personal spiritual upliftment. So this is a great channel. This is a wonderful opportunity for the residents of this town, and I am sure the philosophy and the thinking and the teachings of the mission will help all of us who get associated with it in becoming better human beings, in promoting more and more harmony and peace, and the troubled times that we are living in all over the world. I'm sure the traditions like these and thought processes like these will bring in more peace and more happiness for all of us. So I'm very happy to be a part of this, this enterprise here, and in whatever small way I could contribute. Amitabh ji was always very insistent, and Nitin and Amitabh, both of them, would keep at it, and therefore it is because of the combined efforts of all of you that this wonderful building has come up, this very beautiful creation. The outward creation, I am sure the inward creation of all the activities will be as beautiful as the outward creation, and I look forward to being associated with it, look forward to continue to being a part of this mission in Gurgaon. Thank you so much. Hari Om.
Thank you, sir. And we welcome you wholeheartedly into the Chinmaya family. Okay, now we have the Swaranjali group, and I request them to please come on stage. Otherwise, I'll have to sing. Yes, so I've been given an official extra allowance to speak because they'll be setting it up here. Right, so I'm thinking, there's a beautiful poem. बदले जब सुख दुख का फेरा, लगे अकेला हुआ अंधेरा, सूरज बन श्री राम चरित तब, मानस मन में करे सवेरा। कठिन डगर हो कठिन सफर हो, ओझल कितना भी मंजर हो, हर पथ पर एक मंदिर है जहां राम प्रभु का डेरा। द्वार खड़े वहां श्री हनुमंता, पुष्पाशीष लिए ऋषि संता, गले लगाने लक्ष्मण भ्राता, भोग सजाए सीता माता। आंगन में एक तरफ बिराजे, मृदु मुस्कान जो उन पे ही साजे, लब पे सजाए बैठे हैं रघुवर, नैनों में लिए प्रेम सरोवर। जन्मों की जमी धो लेना, सकल अहम उन आंखों में रो लेना। लेकिन देखिए द्वार पे कौन खड़े हैं? श्री हनुमंता। तो अगर भगवान राम के पास पहुंचना है तो रामदूत की आराधना के बिना नहीं पहुंच सकते हैं, और वही हमारा ये स्वरांजलि ग्रुप अब तैयार है हनुमान चालीसा लेकर।
सरोज रज निज मन मुकुर सुधारी, बरनउँ रघुबर बिमल जस, जो दायक फल चारि। बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके, सुमिरो पवन कुमार। बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि, हरहु कलेस विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर, जय कपीसति लोक उजागर, राम दूत अतुलित बल धामा, अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा, महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी, कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी, कंचन वरन विराज सुबेसा, कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा, हाथ ब्रज और ध्वजा विराजे, कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजे, शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन, तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन, विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर, राम काज करिबे को आतुर, प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया, राम लखन सीता मन बसिया, सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा, विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा, भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे, रामचंद्र के काज सवारे, लाय संजीवन लखन जियाए, श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए, रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई, तुम मम प्रिय भरतहि सम भाई, सहस बदन तुम्हरो यश गावे, हस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे, सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा, नारद सारद सहित अहिसा, जम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाते, कवि कोविद कहि सके कहाते, तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा, राम मिलाय राजपद दीना, तुमरो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना, जुग सहस्र योजन पर भानु, लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानु, प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माहि, जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाहि, दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुमरे तेते, राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होत न आज्ञा बिन पैसारे, सब सुख लहे तुम्हारी सरना, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना, आपन तेज समारो आपे, तीनों लोक हाँकते कापे, भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे, नासे रोग हरे सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा, संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे, सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा, और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे, चारों जुग परताप तुम्हारा, है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा, साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे, अष्ट सिद्धि नव निधि के दाता, असबर दीन जानकी माता, राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा, तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे, अंत काल रघुबर पुर जाए, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाए, और देवता चित्त न धरई, हनुमत से ही सर्व सुख करई, संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलवीरा, जय 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 हनुमान सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय।
सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय।
Now comes the most difficult part for me, because I can't speak about him. स्वामी तेजोमयानंद। हनुमान जी की बात हो रही थी ना अभी। अष्ट सिद्धि के दाता, अणिमा, गरिमा, महिमा, गरिमा, लघिमा, प्राप्ति, प्राकाम्य, ईशित्वम, वशित्वम. These are the 8 siddhis which Hanumanji can give. And Swami Tejomayanand has all these 8 powers. And he can make the impossible possible. So, if you see the history of Chinmaya mission, and you see from 1952 onwards, around the early 70s, Swami Tejomayanand entered the portals. In 1975, he joined the monastic order, and he became a brahmachari, blessed by Guruji, leaving his pursuit of physics and taking to the monastic route. And then in 1983, he was given sannyas diksha and he became Swami Tejomayanand. In 1993, when Pujya Gurudev Swami Chinmayanand took his Mahasamadhi, he chose Swami Tejomayanand to take on the helm of Chinmaya mission. And from 1993 to the end of 2016, it is a historic journey of striding forward and spreading out. But here's a man who was more complete than being a strider. He knew how to, step aside too, which is a very difficult task. And he gave the reins to our dear Swamiji, Swami Swaroopananda. We have a message from him, and when we listen to this message, all of us here in Gurudham, will pray that he should visit us also. Yeah.
Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha Harihi Om. Hearty greetings to all members of Chinmaya Mission Gurudham Center. I am pleased to know that this Gurudham Center will be inaugurated at the hands of Swami Swaroopananda. The purpose of establishing such a center is to make it a spiritual powerhouse by conducting regular classes on the teachings of the Upanishads and Bhagavad Gita, such scriptural text. Also, people should develop great devotion for the most loving and compassionate Bhagavan, and then render service to the community around in many ways as much as possible. I am glad that this center will have the beautiful temple dedicated to Bhagavan Sri Krishna. His grace and Pujya Gurudev's blessings will make the center achieve its purpose and objective. Once again, hearty congratulations to you all. Hari Om, Sri Gurubhyo Namaha, Om Sri Krishnaya Namaha, Hari Om.
What an inspiring message from Pujya Guruji. We call him Pujya Guruji. And now, how do I describe again him? Swami Swaroopananda, our Mukhya Swamiji. A man of many parts, actually. And multispectral. If I just describe him with the names of some of his most powerful and all of them are wonderful pravachans which have become books, he symbolizes that make it happen, storm to perform, simplicity and meditation, all these aspects. And of course we have read his wonderful books in Ik Omkar, his explanation of Mahamrityunjaya mantra, incomparable. Just reading those little booklets can change your life. And today we have our Mukhya Swamiji, Swami Swaroopananda here. His journey also has been very interesting for those who have not met him before. From a business background, then business background in Hong Kong, and then this call comes. And when this call comes, and that call is so powerful, you land up like he did at the feet of Pujya Gurudev Swami Chinmaya and Swami Tejomayananji in 1984. And then in 1982, he received his sannyas diksha from Pujya Gurudev Swami Chinmaya and Swami Swaroopananda. And early in 2016 turned to 2017, he was handed over, he was given the reins of Chinmaya Mission, the global head of Chinmaya Mission, and he's taking us forward now, and by Swami Tejomayanand appointed him as the global head. We are so fortunate to have you here, Mukhya Swamiji. We would like you to now bless us with your words. He says, all of you were here, so how can I be there? So that is Swami. Om
समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. Whenever we are encountered by any task, whether at a personal level, family level, at first, any task in front of us, any work in front of us, appears daunting, appears challenging. And especially when you are doing it for the larger community, for the society, the magnitude of that work, the magnitude of that task is so large that we begin to wonder whether it can be accomplished. Arjuna was also faced by a challenging situation. And when he thought, what can I do? Will I be able to be successful? Will I be able to make any difference to the already decaying, in a way, already declined dharmic society? Is it possible to make any change? And after giving all the teachings to Arjuna, Bhagwan Shri Krishna says that with or without any one of us, what is to be accomplished will be accomplished. However, nimitta matra bhava savyasachin. You be an instrument. And when we become an instrument, the divine will flows through us to the world around us. And the task that appears to be the most impossible gets accomplished. And the glory comes to us. And therefore Krishna says, gain that glory. And that is not just name and fame or recognition from the world, but really the glory of discovering our own greater potential. And if we can accomplish it in this life, then we will feel a sense of fulfillment and congratulate ourselves that we lived a meaningful, purposeful life. This direction that our Pujya Gurudev has given to not only the nation at large in his national building programs, but to the world like the great rishis and avatars, saints and sages of our country. As our honorable guest, Sri Sudhirji mentioned, that any city or any suburb requires in its heart the soul of divinity. And that has always been in our country places of not only worship but places of learning. Pujya Gurudev dedicated his entire life, moment to moment, and some of you are familiar also, that he literally worked 20 hours a day, and we have seen it with our own eyes. 20 hours a day traveling round the country, round the world, without even a day of rest. only with that passion in his heart that this great cultural knowledge system that gave to the world the various sciences, from the spiritual science to all the various sciences to its highest levels of discovery as well as achievement. This great culture that created that mindset by which we did not only have such great knowledge systems, discoveries, but also great achievements, residues of it still is visible in some, and we can't even say that it has become ruins, but we are ruining it. That still some architectural phenomena are visible in this country. Pujya Gurudev dedicated his entire life and I don't know what would have happened if this rang in his discourse. One look. His public Gyan Yagyas on the Upanishads and the Bhagavad Gita, with thousands of people sitting in silence, spellbound. And his great grand vision that he took the Seva projects from the most remote, inaccessible rural villages to the largest metropolitan cities of the world. Not only providing means by which our villages would become self-sufficient, and credit goes to the women of those villages. And if you do go to Himachal, do visit, and you will be stunned at what they have done by the little teachings that they learned through Chinmaya mission and the phenomenal work that they have done in 1,000 or more villages to make them completely self-managed as well as great contributors to the nation. From this most rural villages to the metropolitan cities, in this field of education, both academic and spiritual, there is no service that he did not provide through Chinmaya mission, so that we would get an opportunity to grow, because only those who serve grow spiritually. Without karma yoga, dhyan yoga, gyan yoga is not possible. And therefore gave us a means not only just to learn but to live this knowledge of Vedanta. Today, our schools have become in examples of how value-based education creates excellence. We have just established a university, as you know, to revive and at the same time to bring it to modern applications, our Indian knowledge systems. The years that I used to visit Delhi and saw our Center of World Understanding come up there, and the many programs that we were doing there. And one of them being the most popular, along with Guru Granth Sahib, was Sri Hanuman Chalisa. So when this dedicated team from Gurugram started their project here to create a center of devotion, of knowledge, and of self-development. When they asked me, Swamiji, you have to do a program for us. And a huge program. Because we still have debts to pay. In Gurugram, Gurudham has got debts to pay. We remain indebted to our rishis. Yeah. Don't make our rishis ever be in debt. And as you know, for Rama Bhakta, Hanuman, nothing is impossible. He never sat back to think whether a work is possible or not. It has to be done. Therefore, Ram kaj karibe ko atur. And any task he picked up, he achieved it not only to excellence, but exceeding excellence. So therefore, even though this inauguration is very, very short, I have just come from our Siddhbari ashram after our Sri Hanuman Mastak Abhishek. So I bring the blessings of Sri Ramchandra ji, Hanuman ji, and also being the abode of Pujya Gurudev. Just come from there and have to got this opportunity, this blessed opportunity, and I feel as blessed as all of you feel blessed to have the opportunity to inaugurate this center. And we didn't want to wait it till February so that the activities can start. And today we have got activities from prenatal, Shishu Vihar, toddlers, Bal Vihars, teenage groups, we call Junior Yuva Kendra, study groups, along with the pravachans by our esteemed Swamis and Swaminis, Brahmacharis, Brahmacharinis, as well as many such discussion groups where many of our learned sevaks are ever ready to facilitate our understanding, our reflection, and our spiritual family as well as personal growth. Let this place be buzzing daily with activities. Reach out to friends and relatives so that this place becomes truly a place of learning, self-development, love, and seva. The main function will be in February 20th to 26th. I was very keen on doing it in Gurugram itself. But for our Gurudham in Gurugram, we will have it in South Delhi as we've been having our programs, and it will be on Sri Hanuman Chalisa. So that great Hanuman, Bhakta of Ramchandra ji, keeps us ever inspired, gives us the strength, Bala Buddhi and Vidya. And main important thing is that Sri Ramachandra ke Kaj Saware. As Guru Nanak Sahib says, Jin Sevya Tin Paya Man. All of you gathered here today and others who have not been able to gather here. Whatever seva, with your wealth, with your expertise, with your knowledge, with your well wishes, with your reaching out to people, as well as even those who have labored to build this place, which I'm sure will be the beacon light, will be a place of comfort, not physical comfort, but of mental well-being for all. And my gratitude to each and every one who have made this place possible, and in the future will keep it growing as well as expanding. So wish you all the best, and invoking the blessings of Bhagwan and Guru, I end with the prayer for well-being for everyone. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet, Asato Ma Satgamaya, Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
May I request Swami Durgeshananda ji to please join on stage here. Thank you for the blessing, Swamiji. And the Gita talks of the Dwadash Yagya, and one of the yagnas talked about is the Dravya Yagya. And Gurudev puts it so beautifully when he explains it. He says that, writing about Dravya Yagya, the offering of wealth, which is one of the Dwadash Yagnas. Charity and distribution of honestly acquired wealth, Gurudev's words, in a sincere spirit of devotion to and in service of the community or of the individual who is the recipient of benevolence, is called Dravya Yagya. That is the way we see our esteemed donors, and we respect them for what they have done for us. I have been given a list here, and before I go on to that list, I would also like to request our guest of honor, Sri Sudhir Rajpalji, to come here and receive a copy of the Holy Gita. Along with this, there is a replica of that Chinmaya Pradeep which you are seeing there. This will be this is a replica of the Pradeep that you're seeing there. Since it is heavy, we are keeping it here and it will be handed over later. Yes. May I, Usha and D.V. Malhotra ji, they are not here with us, and Nangya ji mentioned them. Mr. and Mrs. Rakesh Kohli. We have Som Oberoi ji here, is receiving on their behalf. Mr. and Mrs. Rakesh Kohli ji. Seema ji and Rajesh Kohli ji. Devika ji and Sunil Sajdev ji. Sunil ji is here with us today. Gayatri and Amitabh Nangia ji. Anuradha ji and Shri Som Oberoi ji. Neera ji and Shri Anil Sachdev ji. Meenakshi ji and Gautam Kumar ji. Varsha Kajaria ji. Not here. Niharika ji and Abhishek Nangia. Not here. Okay. Kamlesh ji and K.S. Bhaduria. Please come, sir. Requesting Vandana ji and Alok Agarwal ji to be ready. Kamlesh ji and K.S. Bhaduria ji. Vandana ji and Shri Alok Agarwal ji. Not here, okay. Chetan Sopti ji. Not here, okay. Is there? Oh, wonderful, sir. Sorry. I would have taken your gift home. Chetan Sopti ji. Vinita ji and Sudhir Kumar ji. Vinita ji, Sudhir Kumar ji. Yeah, and I request Shrishti ji and Ajay Nagpal ji to be ready. Veena Batra ji to be ready. None of them? Veena ji is not here. Shrishti ji and Ajay Nagpal. Yes, you there? Fine, thank you. Vinita ji and Sudhir Kumar ji. Shrishti ji and Ajay Nagpal ji. Romi Sehgal ji. Romi Sehgal. Not here. Okay. Alka ji and Raj Gandhi. Please come. And they'll be followed by Seema ji and Ji Rakesh Bajaj ji. Alka ji and Raj Gandhi ji. Rakesh ji. Okay. Deepa and Anurag Chauhan ji are next. They're not there, okay. Rakesh Bajaj ji. Okay. Meenu ji and Arun Goyal ji. Meenu and Arun Goyal, not here. Okay. Indira Mohan ji. Indira Mohan ji, anyone? Nitin. Nitin Mohan ji. Renu ji and Ajay Khanna ji are next. Then Manmeet Kohli ji. Renu ji and Ajay Khanna ji. Renu ji, Ajay Khanna ji are here? Yes, sir. Okay, we have Manmeet ji here. Manmeet Kohli ji and Renu ji. And Anuradha ji and Anuj Kaista. Anuradha ji and Anuj Kaista. Yeah. Thank you, Swamiji. Yes. I had lost a sheet of paper which has been given last minute, and I was looking for it. No, I'm not asking you to come back again. Okay, donation boxes. द्रव्य यज्ञ की बात की थी हमने, तो donation boxes are in the stilt areas. You can, if you need any help, you can seek help from volunteers in case you want to pay online. So today is a different world. It makes it so easy to pay online. So you don't even have to go here or here or here. So you can ask for any help. There are volunteers downstairs. And please donate with hearts and pockets open. We need it. Prasad packs and Prasad pustikas are on the ground floor. Please collect your Prasad packs and your Prasad pustikas when you go down, and that is right next to the donation box again. So don't forget the donation box when you are picking up the Prasad pustika and that. So okay, it's connected. Okay, so I have done what they've written here already. I'm so smart. So that's it. Anilji's vote of thanks, yes. Cardinal sin I was about to commit. The youngest man amongst us, and personally an inspiration, and what he has created on the soil of whatever he has actually picked up here from childhood. Thank you. Thank you. Vote of thanks, sir. Thank you.
समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतम करुणामयम नमामि चिन्मयम देवम सद्गुरु ब्रह्म विद्वरम. Swami Guru Priyananda ji, with deep love in my heart, I remember the time when Lodi Road was just a piece of land. You worked with the deepest devotion in your heart to manifest Gurudev's grand vision. I remember General Narendra Singh and Indu Narendra Singh ji, who created this wonderful manifestation in the Noida Center. And I want to honor them. I remember taking the trip with Gurudev to Haridwar, and the day we took over the Sankalp from BHEL to set up the degree college, that was an amazing experience to be with Gurudev. I remember the day Swami Jyotirmayananda broke the news that NTPC has come to request us to set up the school in Unchahar. I remember the day when the wonderful devotee who was staying in Siddhbadi Ashram gifted the land in Chitranjan Park, and Amma once again lovingly manifested his vision of setting up that center. It is thanks to the amazing effort of all these amazing people that today we sit in this place to bring out the best in us. And when Rita Kapoor ji, you got that dream, and you said Gurudev has come in your dream, we knew a miracle was about to be born in this city. We often told ourselves, we are in this environment of steel and structures and the skyline which looks like San Francisco or New York, but there is something missing in this city. And we must give ourselves this gift of inspiring the highest in us by giving to ourselves the gift of this center. And when we started operating in 2009 in the premises of School of Inspired Leadership soil, after Guruji had laid the foundation stone, Anuj came out with an idea which none of us believed at that time. You, Anuj, told us, through your wonderful knowledge of this industry, that every builder has land which they are supposed to use for community service. And you, with your ingenuity, perseverance and hard work, located this land for us. I want to congratulate you for doing that. Even as some of us chose the option of buying the land in Manesar, Somji, you came, Amitabhji, you came, we went to Chandigarh and got that wonderful land in Manesar which Guruji laid the foundation stone for. That will also happen. But Somji, Sunil, of course, my younger brother, I want to thank my parents and my father and my mother for giving us the gift of the family that we are. And Sunil is just a manifestation of that, that even when he did not have enough, he said, I must donate my first apartment to the mission. And the story of that begins when my father, an army officer, every month out of 500 rupees, he would take 50 rupees to give to the mission. That is the story when it was born. So when Sunil did this, or when Grow Talent started in Siddhbadi Ashram, and the first board resolution on Gurudev's birthday we passed is to take 10% of our profit and give it to serving the mission. And CORD and so many activities, it's not we who did it, it is Gurudev who inspired our parents. And therefore, when I and Neera got this opportunity to say we have to serve, the foundation of that was laid in the early childhood when sanskars were being given to each one of us. That's really the power of this story. There are so many people who have already contributed so much to this space that we are sitting here, and we have already honored them, thanked them. Sudhirji, when you came, and in your simple style, you are what the young generation of this country looks forward to. You're an honest, upright, simple, humble servant of the citizens. Now that's absolutely amazing. The goodness in Amitabhji reaches out to the goodness in you, and you enable this to happen using the authority given in you to enable this. So thank you very much for doing that. Yes. I think we have named all the donors. Somji, when you came from Kuwait, Gurudev in 1972, you heard him. Every moment in your life, and Anuradhaji's life was transformed. And you came and you asked a very simple question. Why do you all go only to Lodi Road? Why can't we create something here? And I and Sunil said, Somji is telling us this. Maybe there is some power in your words. And Amitabhji, when Guruji and Swamiji asked me to serve as managing trustee in Delhi, and I was wearing the hat also of President Chinmaya Mission Gurudham, when I requested you to take over that responsibility, the way you not only took over, the way you served, you are an absolute benchmark, Amitabhji. You and Gayatri ji. Bhagwan took one eye away from you because of that accident in the golf course. But I have never seen you even once say, why did that happen to me? You set such an amazing standard. And I was apprehensive, you and Somji, right through COVID, you were coming and you were doing the seva. And all of us were wondering, are you taking care of yourself? But just the love and devotion that you did, you are an absolute benchmark. And I want to honor all the selfless workers, Rajpal ji. I want to honor the Balvihar Sevikas, Lalita ji and all your team. The amazing work you do. Money has gone through our hands to you, to people who have given the money, but the real love and devotion comes from the Sevikas, from all of you, the way you bring up those children with your love and the way you make them come up. In thousands of children in Gurgaon come. You are the absolute real role models. So I just feel so very blessed. I get inspired by the Sevikas, I get inspired by the Sevaks. Abaji, the work you do with your bulletin that you produce with such good quality. So I think each one of the people here has contributed a little bit in this labor of love. So I want to just thank that brilliant master of all masters, Gurudev, and the biggest gift to us, which is Guruji of Gurudev. And of course now Swamiji in your loving presence. We feel like smiling for no reason, So thank you. So thank you very much for this wonderful opportunity and for this wonderful space. May this inspire each one of us to rise in love and to serve with all our hearts. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So wonderfully put, Anilji. Thank you so much. So since I've said what I had to say in the beginning before, yes, me. You are absolutely special. Thank you. So I've again been told here in my ear that the Prasad Pustikas, that the Prasad is downstairs, and I'm adding my line that the donation box is also downstairs. And Chinmaya Gurudham is now open, and I need all of you I would also like to be a part of it and make it a really vibrant place. And so let us come together, chuck out programs, and make this not just talk of the town, talk of the Chinmaya world. We'll do that. We have a healthy competition amongst ourselves. And of course, my home Swamiji is here, Swami Prakarashanand, so I'll be giving more time there, don't worry. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnam Eva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Thank you. Can I just ask you to wait till Swamiji moves out? Yeah, and he takes his leave. Please be in your rows. Okay.
हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्री कृष्ण गो